I know for a fact that Kay was put into my life for a reason. I know that there's nobody else like you. You are an amazing friend. You are genuine. You only can pretend to be somebody for so long. But the truth eventually comes out, and you have been consistent. You have been kind. You have been sweet. Um, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I don't feel
Yeah.
like I'm rushing. I feel like it's natural. So, I mean, honestly, whoa,
Whoa,
whoa, whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Are you
whoa,
serious?
whoa.
Oh, man.
Nicole, I love you
I love you
deeply, man. And we are
too.
moving at our own pace,
Oh my
regardless of
What?
gosh.
anybody else's opinion. You are a special woman, man. And when a man knows, he knows. And I believe from the bottom of my heart
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
that you are
whoa.
my person, my best friend, the person I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with, and just have a good time, man. We just enjoy this ride together, man. So will you do me the honor and be my wife?
Yes.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Dutch the Creator, and this is another episode of Inside the Culture Podcast. And if you're finding my channel for the very first time and you enjoy content like this, where we go in depth about our culture, our people, and what we need to do to improve anything that we need to improve. And on today's video, we're going to be talking about something that we don't really need to improve. It's a feel-good show today, people. But before we start, please make sure that you tap that like button so someone else can enjoy the video as well. Let's get this video started on love. All right, folks. I don't know if you guys had came across this couple from the Balloon Pop show. That's basically where you have individuals come in, they line up, someone comes out, they all have balloons, and if they're not feeling that person based upon how they look or what they talk about, you get to pop the balloon. And this particular couple had just gotten engaged, and I think they only been messing with each other for probably over a month. I can be wrong, but it's definitely less than 3 months. Now, when I first seen this, my woman, she sent it to me. We send a lot, and I'm sure you guys, women and men, if you're in relationships, you send reels all day to your significant other, and I think that's healthy because you get to, show your significant other something that you probably can't convey, and this video just put into words what you're trying to say to your significant other, and they get it, and it's been working well for me and mine. Now, she sent me this, and it was just the clip of him actually getting on his knees and proposing. Now, I understand what the game show is all about. I understand that it's about the surface level things. Then you have to get to know someone. But in actuality, I probably wouldn't condone someone basically asking someone to marry them based upon 3 months of knowing them. Now, it is exceptions to that rule, and I do believe in love at first sight. I just got a divorce last year, you guys. I'm 40 years old. It was when I was 39, and I really thought that it was nothing else out here for me. You know what I mean? Because I know what I talk about on this channel. I knew I didn't want a single mother. I knew that a lot of our women, and I was going to stay black. I wasn't going to go white. I probably hit off with a couple of white girls if I had the chance to, but I wasn't going to get in a relationship. You know what I mean? But I wanted to be with a black woman. Now, the thing about it was, I thought no one was going to check off all of my boxes. And I have a pretty slim check box where, if you make these things, these first couple of things, you got my attention. I don't ask for a lot. Most men don't ask for a lot, but I thought I wasn't going to find anything, but this one woman came into my life and really changed my life. And if she's looking at this video right now, and I love you and I appreciate you, and we are almost on 10 months of straight up love, appreciation, ups and downs, but at the end of the day, man, we always come back to the table and we build that foundation. Now, that's what I really want to talk about with this couple. You know, they only have no more than 3 months of, knowing each other and going through a new relationship myself, after being married for 13 years and being with my ex-wife for probably almost 17 years. I come back into this dating game or this relationship game, probably like a novice. I haven't been single since like 2006, 2007. So, me and my woman, we basically understand the stages of relationships. And how many stages are it? It is 4 stages of having a complete relationship. And the first stage is what you guys actually seen on this balloon pop video. And that is meeting the person. And once you meet the person, you want to get to know the person. And, usually in this stage, you're not really speaking on certain things that you have a problem with. You're giving that person grace. You're giving that person the opportunity to explain themselves, and everything is, just great. You guys are infatuated with each other. You're finding a new person, and you're getting to know that person, and that person is getting to know you. And I will forgo anything that I probably will have a problem with a woman or man that I actually know or been with a long time. You guys know what I'm talking about. After a while, you start to really talk about the things that you have a problem with. But this stage, you're not. You're letting everything go. And then the second stage is not necessarily letting everything go, but you're starting to let that person know about what you have an issue with, and you're still giving them grace. You're still in that moment of bliss. You're still in that moment of appreciation, and you guys understand each other. You're telling that person how you feel about what they just said or what they just done, and that person is like, I completely understand and I'm sorry. So that's the second stage. Now the third stage is the most critical stage of them all. And that is the stage in which all of that goes out the window. When the arguments come, when I don't give you grace anymore. You're saying these things and I need you to explain why you said certain thing. You're doing something to irritate them. They actually don't like the things that they loved about you before. And this stage, 80% of couples or relationships, they don't last. They wither away. So 20% of people can actually get through this stage. And what's the next stage, you ask? The next stage is acceptance. The next stage is accepting that person for who they are. That stage is very, very fruitful, because not only do I accept you for all of your quirks and all of your ideology and everything, I'm not judging you. I'm not giving you my opinion on it anymore. I'm just accepting you for who you are. And the thing is, we have to work on ourselves before we can work on each other. And most people who already work on themselves before they get in a relationship can get past that third stage onto the fourth stage of acceptance. And when I say acceptance, it's a caveat to that. It's an exception to that. I'm not telling you that you have to accept that guy on the game all day. He's a Pookie, he's a Ray Ray. No, you don't have to accept anything. The third stage will tell you if you are supposed to be with this person or not. And if you decide that you cannot accept what this person is doing, don't look at yourself as a failure. Just look at yourself as a person that know how to discern what they want and what they don't want. Now, that's the complete relationship saga. When you come into that old age of 70, 80 years old, where you guys are just looking at each other and understand each other and don't have to say a word, baby. Now, I say all of this to get a better understanding of what I seen in this balloon pop update. The one thing that this man said that I didn't hear or I didn't see the rest of the clip, I didn't understand the totality of why this man chose this woman to be his wife right then and there and went and, got engaged to her. He basically talked about what I was saying, working on yourself before you meet that person. And he spoke on how he worked on himself, she worked on herself, and they came together. They happened to meet at this particular time on this particular show. Now, am I saying that they are going to make it? I don't know. But what I'm saying is you have to build a foundation with someone before you move forward. I didn't build a foundation with my ex-wife. I love her to death. She's the mother of my 3 children. I will always have love for her. But we didn't build a foundation. We were young. We were 23 years old when we hit the ground running, you guys. And what I can say is I vowed to myself, my next situation, I will build that foundation. And with the woman that I'm with right now, we have been building foundations. I live in DC. She lives in Newark, New Jersey, and it's a long distance relationship. So we get to talk, we get to confide in each other, we get to be intimate with each other beyond the physical level. And that's what I missed growing up in a relationship that went full throttle to marriage, having kids, and eventually divorce. So shout out to this couple for recognizing what they had to recognize to move forward. And no one needs to say what's the right time to get engaged or get married. The thing is, it's all about these two people. And I think they're beautiful people, and I hope that they do prosper, and I hope we get an update in 10 years with babies and all of this and all of that, businesses and everything, because that's what me and mine are doing. We're starting a whole new book in this life, and I appreciate her, and I understand that she's appreciative of me. And I love you if you're watching this. And to all of the people who find love and are content with your love, please make sure you take care of it. I always say this, and I'm going to leave you guys with my quote. Once you start caring about the person, you can love them all day, fall out of love with them, but once you start to not care about the individual, it is over. So build that foundation so you guys can always fall back on it, even when you're going through your most worst times ever. That's all I got. You guys go back down in the description box and you'll get all videos from the channel. If you're finding my channel for the very first time, this has been Inside the Culture Podcast, and I am Dutch the Creator. And tap that like button so someone else can enjoy this content as well. I'm out. Peace. Y'all be safe and good luck on your relationships. I'm out.